Wake Up with Jim and Saab is exclusively on Spotify.
If you want to start your own podcast, check out anchor.fm. And if you like the podcast, make sure to follow on Spotify.
Also, share your stories
And tag.
and tag us on at Wake Up with Jim and Saab on Instagram and at ano ba?
Di ko alam.
Anyway, ito na yung show. But before that, ito yung latest single ng Cheats, Hakbang. Stream it on Spotify. Watch the music video with Piolo Pascual on
Stream Hakbang,
YouTube.
stream Hakbang.
See you later.
Kung iiwanan natin ang mundo.
Welcome to Wake Up with Jim and Saab Podcast. We back.
Emergency.
Parang I think we should do nga daily what the fuck.
What the fuck?
It's just I feel like we're back in March 2020. The cases yesterday nag 30K.
I believe, alam mo, 33K yata yesterday. I think, and that doesn't include a lot of people.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
from what I know, I saw a friend of mine tweet na their dad tested positive on an antigen test. Tapos they reported to the LGU and they said, no need for RT-PCR, just isolate. Kind of understandable because, parang saving on resources, which, I mean, it shouldn't be the case. But okay, I get it. There are a lot of people who are being tested and swabbed. But the weird thing is that they didn't even get his information. So that's not part of the database.
Yeah, for sure.
Diba?
I would assume it's double.
Diba?
Yeah,
So-
times 2 or times 3.
I believe everyone who's listening right now knows someone who has been infected. In our groups, in our close circles, our families, unfortunately. And we are with you guys. This is freaking horrible. And we pray that everyone gets better and things don't escalate from here. So why we're doing this podcast is we don't want you guys to feel like you're alone and you're going crazy na parang, what the heck is going on? We want to mirror your dismay.
Yeah.
You are not alone. Everybody is going, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is the daily what the fuck.
Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Just wanna say the bad
cases
word.
are up. Everyone is, well, I assume everyone is locking up again. I'm afraid to go back to I'm afraid to go to the groceries. Kaya I guess yung gusto ko before we get into the real what the wala lang, nasasad lang ako because like nung December, like you were going in and out. I was going out, not going out, parang going to the supermarket, but responsible, of course. And it didn't feel like you were doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And like yung sabi mo nga na parang directly in contact with people who nung December we felt, di ba, parang wala, parang we don't know anyone. And whenever these numbers pop up nga, nararamdaman mo rin in your phone. Diba? You find out that this person.
It's really stressful kasi parang feeling mo wala ka nang pwedeng maging game plan. My friend, who I just saw her tweet now, she says she's positive with COVID, unfortunately. She says that she has been out a total of 10 times since March 2020. And she follows protocol talaga. She's been very running about everything. She still got the Omicron variant. And it's really, studies are showing that it's really an airborne thing and it's not a droplet-related disease. So the hand washing, of course, helps. But merong away na nangyari on Twitter, FYI. I'll get to that later, pero yung mga medical experts, I'll read it later, pero medyo embarrassing on our country's behalf.
Sila yung orthopedics
No, iba pa yun. Iba pa yun. You wanna start with that?
Well, ako last before we move on to the parang I just wanna share my sentiments para again, alam nyo naman na hindi lang kayo. Siguro I think right now, I don't wanna end on a bad note na parang wala nang pag-asa. I think we do the best that we can. We try to enforce all the safety measures and all these things. And we can control what we can control. I guess that's it. And
but the frustration is very valid.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi we can do all we can.
We have been. We as a society, kasi parang it's so easy to say na nung December kasi Christmas party na. Personally kami, hindi kami nag-Christmas party, whatever. But it's easy to say na parang kasi labas ng labas eh. You blame, other people. But at the end of the day, it's really the management of this government that has made it exponentially worse.
Yes, I agree.
We could have been so much more prepared.
Yes.
For when this Omicron thing came. We could have had a higher vaccination rate. We could have done different different ways to help the hospitals, help the doctors. We could have created, parang until now, parang iilan lang yung parang talagang COVID exclusive. Diba? Parang COVID exclusive stations. Parang they could have done that. 2 years, man. 2 years. A freaking, parang they could have spent all that money to provide satellite, whatever.
Alam mo, a big reason rin why this is going as bad as it is the closure of ABS-CBN. That's really a big deal, huh? The information that it could have helped spread, right?
Yeah.
Yung mga protocols.
Because everyone is, parang kumbaga, of course for us, Twitter folk, parang we can filter our information. The problem is, most people, at least before, there was a centralized hub of information as opposed to now, na they rely on each other's feed. So if one person says, huy, hindi dapat magmask pag sa labas, or kunwari, or this person says, hindi, dapat magmask. Diba? Then, wala. Nothing's getting done. So, yeah.
So
yun.
Let's get on with the first.
Yes.
What the F?
Yes. What the F?
Zoomicron.
Okay. I will do a quick summary.
Yes, please.
So, presidential candidate
Marcos Jr.,
aka Lord of the Cruisers, Land Cruisers, Lord of Golf Club, Lord of... Wala bang biogesic dyan? He has numerous cases filed against him. So we actually have an episode coming out with attorney Chel Jokno where he explains ano yung case. So I won't get into the details. Pero basically, he's not allowed to run. Ganun kasimple. Ang daming disqualification cases against him. And all the COMELEC has been asking of him is to, huy, sumipot ka nga.
Sa hearing.
Let's do a hearing. Kasi you have these cases filed against you. You can't run if these cases aren't cleared. The latest installment in the Marcos Jr. Windmill.
What?
I'm trying to find any opportunity to make fun of him. Windmill kasi apparently he says na siya yung nagpa-windmill, all his campaign videos. Windmill! Apparently wala pala siyang kinalaman dun. And that's factual.
Yeah.
Like walang kinalaman ng Marcoses sa pagpatayo ng windmill sa Ilocos. So anyway, go.
So meron ngang hearing.
Ayun, may hearing.
Yes.
Hindi siya sumipot na naman. Okay? Na naman. And yung reason for him not attending was, so there was a medical certificate released by a chiropractor.
Orthopedic doctor.
Ano bang orthopedic?
Well, bone.
Bone, okay.
Am I right? Yeah, that's right.
And apparently, itong orthopedic doctor na taga-Balisin, okay? Also, the guy who owns that, ano ba yan? That Island Clinic?
Island. AEGLE.
Oo nga parang could they not afford a creative team?
Fly, Blue Eagle, fly!
Hindi ba sila nakapag-afford ng creative team na makapagawa ng name studies? Siguro, ano kaya yung brainstorming session nung time na yun na parang, what's the best thing to exude medical authority and confidence, di ba? And then siguro yung one guy, si Bobby Ongpin, who is the father of Julian Ongpin, the prime suspect of Bree Johnson's death. Who was set free.
The artist in La Union.
Yeah, who was set free for suspicion of murder and possession of cocaine.
Set free.
Yeah, he's I don't know. Anyway, he was a suspect. So, siguro,
amazing. I wonder how he was set free just like that, even with possession.
Yeah.
No?
So siguro
must be the money.
Yeah, siguro yung brainstorming dun sa Balisin. Nasa Balisin sila. Siguro they're drinking pare paabot mo ng Blue Label So, they're drinking Blue Label, di ba? And then they're doing their brainstorm. Tapos siguro this creative team, galing siguro an agency from Makati flew to Balisin, di ba? And then say, hey guys, we want this to be an open session. We want this, to be a collaborative effort because we want this clinic to provide everyone a sense of confidence and sense of security in terms of their health. So this is the first pitch. This is the first name that we've come up with. We thought Eagle.
Eagle apparently is in Makati pala siya. Ang Eagle Wellness Center.
So what is
I was gonna make a joke about parang, guys, like not everyone can fly to Balisin. You know what can fly? Eagles. Eagles can fly. No, but apparently Eagle Wellness Center is in Makati.
What's an eagle?
It stands for, I have no idea.
An eagle. An eagle?
A misspelled eagle. Anyways.
Can you Google? I would like to know. Isn't that the exercise for the vagina?
No, those are Kegels. We're gonna do some eagle exercises. Hold it, one,
so siguro like parang siguro.
No, pero may Eagle Wellness Center nga in Balisin Island. So tama ba that the doctor who wrote this medical certificate for Marcos Jr. is from that one.
I think
from
so.
That branch.
So yung Eagle nga, I'm still curious kasi parang ano kaya yung, how did the brainstorm go?
I'm gonna go on their website. So
siguro like si Marcos Jr. Labo nandun yun sa brainstorm. Siguro si BBM was like, okay yun I like that. I was once in Colorado and then I saw this hotel. It said Eagle pero I like na may bale. I like yung may creative bale.
Labo ng Colorado. Labo. Anyway, going back to itong ang nangyari.
And then what happened?
I'm gonna read the medical certificate, okay? So the name of the doctor in question is Benedict Francis D. Valdecañas, okay? To whom it may concern, this is dated January 7, 2022, the day of the hearing na hindi sumipot si Marcos Jr., okay? Mr. Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., 63-year-old male, has been under my care for the past 20 years for a variety of medical conditions, managing him particularly through lifestyle programs involving nutrition, exercise, and supplements. I was called by his wife, Lisa, to see him yesterday at around 10 a.m. in his home in Nara Road, South Forbes, presenting with body malaise, febrile, is it febrile?
Siguro yung doctor na to nag-Google. Ano pa ba? Ano pa bang symptoms?
Febrile, something about feverish, I'm sorry, my doctor, episodes, and difficulty in speaking due to a painfully congested throat.
Clear, let's make that clear. Difficulty in speaking.
Yes.
Okay?
Upon examination, he had a temperature of 37.8 degrees Celsius and his throat was hyperemic or swollen. He reportedly had direct contact with at least 2 individuals who later tested positive. Walang nakalagay na positive for anything, ha? No mention of COVID. What a doctor, huh?
Oo nga eh.
Tested positive for pure joy.
Siguro itong doktor na to, nak, pagawa naman ng certificate oh. Dad!
Let's continue. I recommend that he take BioFlu, a paracetamol chorva combination for his fever and congestion, Immune Pro or Conzace, whichever was available, and diphenhydramine for its sedating effect, We have been in close communication for updates through the phone, hence. This correspondence is made upon the request of the patient himself for whatever purpose it may serve. Please contact my office for any concern regarding this. Yours truly, physician.
currently surfing. Dr. What's his name?
Dr. Benedict Eagle
Dr.
Valdecañas.
Benedict Cumberbatch Eagle.
AKA Eagle. Eagle Doctor.
The eagle has landed.
The Eagle has surfed. The Eagle is surfing. So, yun, yun yung medyo tumindig yung mata ko dito sa itong ang strange lang na sobrang medyo non-formal yung he reportedly had direct contact with at least 2 individuals who later tested positive.
One being me. And one a prostitute.
Parang wala man lang nakalagay na positive for the coronavirus. Yeah. It's so...
So again, I think what makes this crazy is that the hearing was on Zoom. Kaya if you saw the Zoomicron. Kasi after this, so tinira na parang, hindi makaka-attend. The attorney, yung lawyer ni BBM, na galing sa, Hook. Galing sa... Hook and Associates. Parang
What does that mean?
Parang Hawk, pero...
Sobrang wali.
Dog.
Sabi niya,
D-A-W-G.
this is the lawyer Hannah Barcena, who was physically present during the meeting. Sabi niya, we are afraid that he might cause the spread of the virus. Netizens have ridiculed that response online, saying that Marcos was afflicted with Zoomicron. Yeah.
So yun. So it was a Zoom meeting. Tas ang reason nila is because daw baka ma-spread niya yung virus. So that is Philippine politics for you, pod kids. It's a sad reality. It's so hard to make fun of this circus eh. Kasi it's so blatantly stupid, blatantly yabang eh. Pure yabang eh. Walang hindi man lang nila pinag-isipan na ano kaya pwede na. I mean, again, I've been wanting to, I don't know why. Parang, that's why I guess I love the pod. Kasi, I've been wanting to express the sentiment na parang, ninakawan nyo na nga kami. Okay? Pinatayin nyo na nga kami. You guys can't afford a fucking PR team. You can't afford a good creative team, a bunch of writers that can actually think and strategize na parang, maybe this isn't the best idea.
It's really so, alam mo, it's blatant disrespect of our country. Kasi, if you really were not feeling well, why didn't you prepare the medical certificate na? And let them know that you weren't gonna be able to join. So actually, on the day of the, let me just read this because it doesn't end there. On the day of the hearing, the James Jimenez of the COMELEC said, it has been more than an hour still waiting for the medical certificate needed to prove the cost for former Senator Marcos's absence at today's proceedings. And then nagla-live tweet siya. Sabi niya, counsel for BBM claims she is quote-unquote, still getting the physician's number and that the medical certificate is quote-unquote being processed.
Oh my God.
So, ayan. It does not end there because, syempre, the citizens of this country, there was an uproar because, what? You can't attend a hearing? Meanwhile, Karen Davila tweeted na, hey, unfortunately, my family has been hit by COVID. We're on our 5th day of isolation. And then it's a photo of her like standing sa standing desk niya doing the news. And wala lang. It's just a stark comparison. No? And then this presidential candidate or aspirant, it's just aspirant. What the heck is happening with me? I can't even say febrile or I can't remember the...
Sabi mo nga uproar.
Uproar!
Sabi mo
it's my braces. Uproar?
Sabi mo uproar.
Well, maybe I'm the one who came up with Eagle. I'm sorry. So, wait lang. Ito lang. This is my update Okay? So, ang nangyari is, dahil sa inis ng mga tao, and it wasn't hard to do research, ha? So, January 7, yung hearing, right? Tapos sinabi nung guy, diba, ni Igel Benedict, sinabi niya, kahapon nagpunta ako sa bahay niya 10 a.m. and may sakit siya, difficulty speaking. So, sinabi ko, mag-rest siya. Okay? That's what the medical certificate says. That's what happened. But, day before nga, yung the day that he supposedly saw BBM, Marcos Jr., apparently you're not supposed to say BBM because there's a recall for that. So anyway, he went on 2 radio interviews.
So the day before yung radio interviews?
No, the day of when the
doctor came.
saw him.
Okay.
Let me pull up that information. Kasi nakakainis talaga, okay? So, sinabi niya, ito yung sinabi ng attorney, Vic Rodriguez. On the morning of January 6, Marcos Jr. proceeded with his scheduled morning interview despite feeling unwell. So, do you understand the timeline? This is the day before the hearing. After the interview, his physician arrived. So, this is Egil Master. And determined that he had a fever and throat swelling. He was instructed to take a midday rest. Mid-afternoon, however, he went on with another radio interview. This is the one that's yung 5 p.m. na nag-make ng rounds on Twitter. So sabi nga ng attorney, we believe it was that afternoon interview which exacerbated his condition. On the morning of January 7, he was obliged to go in isolation because his condition worsened. It was at that time that the COMELEC wanted him to appear even through a video conference. A judgment call was made to let him continue with his needed rest since he was in bed after taking his medicines. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, ito yung the same person who was live tweeting about the hearing, si James Jimenez, sabi niya, apparently the interview was in the morning tapos hapon na lang lumabas. Ibig sabihin, nauna ata yung interview bago yung kanyang no-show sa aming hearing. In any case, tinanggap naman ng komisyon ang kanyang medical certificate. So as far as we're concerned, non-issue na po yun.
Doon ako nalilito.
Why are we just taking this?
Yung COMELEC though, parang I know hindi Egil vibes yung COMELEC Alam ko they in fairness, I think they are, rinaratrat nila si...
Well, some of them, yeah.
I think, I don't know. But can you please tweet us or message us on Instagram if mali kami. Pero anyway, Sabi.
Yes.
You know what I realized? Na this Marcos Jr. thing is the Gwyneth Chua. Gwyneth Chua is Marcos Jr. incarnate. Si Poblacion Girl, if you don't know about this, there's this girl named Gwyneth Chua who went home from the States and had Omicron, skipped quarantine, pumarty-party, kumalat. Okay? So everyone hated this girl. But again,
she's one of many.
This is an example of, this stems kasi from our leaders
Yeah.
Diba? If our presidential candidate says na, oy, hindi ako sisipot kasi medyo delix Baka mayari ako dun sa hearing. Di na napunta.
But do you see when the physician tells you na, hey, you should rest, and then pinilit pa rin niya yung interview thing niya. And there didn't seem to be any difficulty in speaking.
Well, he always seems to,
the jaw clenching.
The struggle. Daming windmill.
Imagine me not flying first class.
Ito.
He actually says that. Watch The Kingmaker.
I can't believe we weren't able to do a Gwyneth Chua pod. Well, let's do it now quickly. Kasi it's also another what the f... Kamusta kaya yun?
I have no idea what's happening. I know the hotel was closed down.
Really?
Yes. But I do not have any updates on Gwyneth Chua. Let me pull that up. Gwyneth Chua. ikaw, what do you know about this?
Well, I see na she's gone off social media.
Yeah.
I don't know nga parang is this girl like some Napoles vibes na oh, I'm rich and I'm an asshole, or maybe she was a college girl who,
Kasi, yung tama yung sinasabi mo na parang it stems from our leaders. Kasi, if the public sees na, Coco Pimentel knew he was positive and still went around.
Hindi ka naman makukulong eh.
Did not follow isolation. Nothing happened to him. So, for her, and she did not know she was positive when she partied, which was still very irresponsible. But, I mean, Coco Pimentel knew he was positive.
Yeah, and he's a fucking...
And he went to the hospital.
And he's a public servant.
Yes.
And he went to a hospital.
Yes. To a birthing ward. Right?
Oh my God.
So, ito, parang, definitely Gwyneth Chua, I am not making any excuses for her, but she is one of many. Very plenty talaga. Itong hotel na to, one of many. Kasi parang,
for sure.
Siguro, I mean, a lot of Filipinos are just like, wala namang nangyayari, wala namang rules dito sa bansang to eh. Bala na, let's get ours.
Hindi naman makukulong eh.
Diba? So parang, when you display that model for your citizens, then your citizens will follow.
And you know what's sad here? It's not even like, parang itong gagong Gwyneth Chua na to. Sorry. I mean, if let's say siya, okay, skip quarantine. Sana man lang parang pumarty ka sa hotel mo. Alam mo yun, parang, or parang pumunta ka sa lobby ng gagong hotel na yan. Diba? Parang imbis na pumunta ka pa sa Poblacion pa, it's very like, it's run by very mga independent establishments who have really been striving hard to survive in this pandemic. Tapos dinamay mo pa sila.
Alam mo, malas niya. Kasi parang yung galit ng tao, talagang sa kanya talaga na target. Kasi galit na talaga yung tao eh. Galit na tayo sa nangyayari. Itong Omicron, which is I completely agree with that anger towards her and her irresponsibility. The anger should not be forgotten na dapat rin talagang towards this government.
Yeah.
And what is in place to keep these quarantines in check? Because apparently, people are just skipping their quarantines. What's been happening apparently is that people don't even stay in the hotel. They just show up on the 5th day to do their swab test para it's on record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so parang, well, you're pretty lax. Gov.
Labo, no? Tapos, parang pero yung sobrang masusundan dito sa bansang to is alcohol ban. Diba? Liquor ban. Kailangan sundan ng liquor ban. Bawal magkaraoke. Parang, yeah. So I have two more what the fuck. One is, pwede ko ba ikwento yung ano?
Yung New Year. Sige.
Okay. So this is our kwento for the day. Tagal namin di nag-random pod and we missed you guys.
This is very embarrassing for me, but love you guys.
So it's New Year's Eve.
We're all friends here.
We're drinking wine, enjoying our time. Siyempre may mga paputok. Yun nga, our kids, our babies. And praning kami lagi na masisira yung tulog nila.
This is the first time that we spent New Year's in this home.
House, yeah,
in this house. We usually spend it with my mom in Antipolo or with Jim's parents here in another subdivision in QC.
So, anyway, Paputok Fest na. And we were okay. And biglang the sound became it felt near na. May sumasabog ah.
Parang mga 9:30 to.
Yeah.
So, syempre throughout the day, may mga marinig kang mga nasa malayo na parang ako,
Which again, for me, sorry parang di ko talaga get some fireworks. I can go on a full pod rant about fireworks. I don't get it.
You know what's worse?
It.
You know what doesn't make more sense? What makes even less sense is fireworks during the day.
Sobra.
Parang, ano ba?
Bakit parang, are you so bored with your life na kailangan kong makarinig ng sumasabog?
Gusto ko lang magparinig ng pera.
Ganon.
Kasi mahal ang fireworks.
Yeah, yeah. O parang, why don't you just fucking punch yourself? Di ba?
Wait, pero I mean,
like if you're some rich Chinese dude, why don't you just bang your head
basag trip tayo. Super basag trip.
Bang your head on a wall. Malakas rin naman yun eh. Maingay rin naman yun.
Don't get violent.
Why?
Like
or do a handstand and then stab your...
What?
Anyway.
I'm sure that some of our listeners do enjoy fireworks.
Watching fireworks. Here's my...
Baka mali mo, may mga napapaputok rin na families, diba? It's a tradition. And I understand it. We are acknowledging the fact na basag trip talaga kami ni Jim.
Oh, okay? Basag trip talaga kami. Parang corny kami. Okay. Whatever. Pero, ang point ko is, kung gusto mo ng fireworks, pumunta ka Disneyland. Manood ka ng YouTube. Punta kang EK. Punta kang, alam mo yun, parang, bakit mo kailangan magpasabog sa labas ng bahay mo?
I think that's what they do in New York, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all central sa Times Square.
Dito kasi nga, kanya-kanya, parang ihaw-ihaw.
So anyway, yung 9:30.
Parang sorry can I just, can you let me?
Sure.
On my rant.
Okay, go.
Imbis sa fireworks, bakit di na lang kayo mag-ihaw ng barbecue? Diba? Ihaw kayong barbecue, sige magpatugtog kayo ng baduy na music, that's fine. That's
But
cool.
They do that too.
Yeah, I know. Pero parang instead of polluting na naman our dying earth, and instead of creating noise pollution that, is like, ewan ko, parang, can't we just centralize it? I'm kidding about the Disneyland thing. That's very, parang, motherfuckers stay at home.
MOA.
Yeah, MOA. Parang, or parang, only from Antipolo para makita ng lahat ng tao. Okay? Diba? Das parang kung...
I think it should be a business district so it's not close to residential homes.
Or kung yung mga Watusi, yun ba yun?
Watusi? Ano pa yung Watusi? Watusi?
Yun, yung mga ganon, yung mga kutis. Ay?
Kuitis, gago. Kutis.
Ayun, yung mga ganon.
Ganda ng kuitis mo Kutis.
Yung mga ganon, do it in the bathroom.
Ba't ka magkikuitis sa bathroom?
Kasi gusto mo magingay. Gusto mo maingay? O tangin na, ikulong mo yung tunog sa sarili mo, gago. Why do you
First of all, dyan mo lang tunog ang kuitis.
Right? Hindi yung mga siu.
No, yung kuitis yung sparklers.
Okay. Sige, hindi naman
sparklers are fine. Yeah,
okay lang yun. Ano yung mga yung parang baril?
Alam ko, kaya nga ako, I'm so confused kasi, okay, so here, we go to our story, okay, 9:30, it becomes really close. As in, it sounds like it's inside the house with us, okay? So, medyo nagpanic ako. What were we watching?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. And then, so we hear this loud like, Foong! Ganon. Bog! And then, I panic because I had just put Pancho to bed. And
where we're watching, meron kaming balcony doon.
Yes.
So, nakita namin, we look, oh, fuck, it's just right beside our house.
They were doing it sa empty lot beside our house.
They weren't even doing it on their house.
Yes. So, and I'm so confused. Akala ko bawal ang paputok. So, ang imagine ko is like, okay, so yung mga naririnig kong nasa malayo, yun yung mga...
MOA.
Hindi, at saka yun yung mga walang disiplina. I didn't think na, I'm sorry
someone
for
who lives beside us.
Parang, you know.
May gangsta.
Akala ko bawal na ang fireworks. Yun pala, may mga bawal lang na variants.
Nakakatawa, alam mo sabi, for the past 5 years, every New Year's Eve, you've been saying to me, bawal na yan, di ba?
Akala ko talaga bawal.
And then ako naman, talagang...
Kasi I know that...
Na-ingrain na sa akin na, oh wow, it's against the law pala.
Akala ko. Kasi nga, sobrang nabawasan na. Do you remember the time na sobrang...
baboy.
Every midnight, close to midnight sa TV Patrol, grabe yung hospital.
Yeah.
Ngayon, halos wala na. So akala ko, it's because bawal na ang paputok.
Okay.
Well, I was wrong. So I went out the balcony and I tried so hard to control myself. Jim was telling me parang, sabi, wag na. Okay lang yan. And then I said, I couldn't help it because I coming from it. Okay, it was just as a backgrounder lang. Okay, I'm not a motherfucker. Stay at home. Okay, I mean, sadly, I was not able to control myself, and I said, excuse me, pwede wag, please, tama na.
Ganyan nga.
I said, please, tama na. Wag na, please. I said that. And then they couldn't hear me over the fireworks. So I had to raise my voice and I said, excuse me, please. Tama na, please. Wag na. And it sounded like I was angry, but I was really panicking. And then and then the mother of the household, bless her, she says, ha? And then I said, please, tama na po yung paputok. Because they were doing it in the empty lot beside our house. It was not their lot. It wasn't ours either. But honestly, I saw sparks. Well, the fireworks. Akala ko, yung empty lot kasi sa amin, matalahib.
Matalahib?
Matalahib. May mga grass. So akala ko, kasi they looked so, mukha rin silang nagpapanik. Honestly, that's what was happening in my head. So I thought, oh no, and there's smoke. And then I thought, I think may nasunog. And nagpanic talaga ako. Akala ko nasusunog yung empty lot. Anyway, so she said, it's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve, no? It's a New Year's Eve. No, it's not her fault. Okay, okay. So I was just a little taken aback. And then I Googled. I went inside right away and I Googled fireworks banned. And then I'm wrong. Hindi pala banned ang fireworks. So, but you know, I still stand by the fact na if you want to do it in your house, not in the lot beside. Very close to our house, okay? But of course, I didn't want to cause any rift. So, after shaking, because I was like, oh my gosh, like what just happened? I don't want to get into a fight with our neighbor, who they're very sweet people. They actually helped us when our car broke down. Yung tire namin needed changing one time. Very sweet. So I was just like, oh no, I didn't mean to make them feel horrible. So put on our jacket, double masks, and then walked to them. And then I felt like, oh my gosh, nakakatawa kasi I think they thought I was gonna confront them and fight with them. But I was sobrang nagpakumbaba talaga ako. Kasi I didn't wanna, I would feel horrible to be bad neighbors, you know. So, just a lesson to control yourself.
Wag ka uminom.
No, I only had one glass of wine in fairness to me. I really did. I just had one glass of wine. Yun. And then I explained to them, I said, I'm really sorry. It's our first time to spend New Year's Eve here. And hindi ko alam na this was, and nagulat lang po ako. And, you know, I was stressed out. I thought that there was a fire happening in the lot beside us. And I'm really sorry. And she was very sweet.
Yeah.
She was very sweet. She accepted my apology. Oh my gosh, sobrang nakakaya. It was so embarrassing.
I was cringing until the next day.
I'm so embarrassed, but I'm so proud of myself that I went there and...
Because I told you to.
No, you didn't have to. I really did want to. Okay. Because I would have felt horrible.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have enjoyed the New Year's celebration. Yeah. Thankfully, you know, even if they were still firing fireworks in the lot beside us, which is right beside Pancho's window, hindi naman nagising yung boys. Thank God. They slept through the night and it was a peaceful New Year's here in our home. And this is a public apology to our lovely neighbors. Sorry, basag trip kami.
Yeah, basag trip kami. Pero
sana, again, strict protocols. Kung papaputok ka, please sa bahay mo na lang. Or, you know, place where there's no, ewan ko.
No.
There should be rules.
No. Dapat within at least your property. Yun man lang.
Yeah.
Kasi if there's something that happens, if there's a fire that breaks out nga, diba?
You know, they have that huge balcony. So they could have done it there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, our last, what the fuck? Quick lang.
I'm so embarrassed, but just for the record.
This is Korina.
Oh, wow.
And si Saab has saved some funny tweets. So, apparently, si Korina Sanchez posted two
very insensitive
posts, which has created an uproar.
Uproar?
Yeah. And yung post basically is super privileged. Yung una was, she was pretty much saying, as we understand it, and we'd like to know your thoughts. We were trying to break it down last night.
I'm gonna read it verbatim.
Okay.
Gusto mo?
We'd like to know your thoughts kung tama yung pagkaintindi namin dito. Go.
So the first, shucks, kailangan ko ng hindi ko alam yung timeline nito kung ano yung nauna. Alin ba yung nauna?
Nauna yung cheers.
Yung cheers, okay. So it's a photo of her dinner.
Yeah.
And
like
then in a restaurant.
Mm.
So the the caption is, guess where? All caps yung guess for some reason. When people are scared to go out and the restos are again loose, best time for alfresco dining to unwind after a full day's work. Cheers to the end of Omicron and today's 21,000 new positive cases. Kaya natin ito. Hashtag death to COVID, hashtag grateful, hashtag best life.
Yun. So we were trying to break it down. Did she mean, ang pagkaintindi namin is, okay, because tumaas na naman yung cases, maluwag, may space na sa mga restaurant.
Parang
so
yay!
Ngayon, yay,
It's the
kain
best
na
time
tayo.
to eat.
Best time to eat outdoors.
And then she says, weird yung, conflicting yung cheers to the end of Omicron and today's 21,000 new positive cases.
Nga
Kasi,
eh.
cheers to the end of Omicron, strange because there's no, hindi naman siya end of Omicron pa.
Yeah,
So, I don't know what you're talking about. And
Anyway,
also,
parang I think she's saying like, to the end of...
to the end of, okay. So, parang here's to hoping. Ganon. Pero weird yung cheers to today's 21,000 new positive cases. And then, because why would you cheers to that? And in the same vein as nakakapag alfresco dining ako kasi maluwag na yung restaurants. Yay, cheers. Buta na, it sounds like, buta na lang may positive cases.
Yeah.
Thank you na nagkasakit kayo. It sounds like that.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what was going on through her
Can
head.
you please...
How can we...
Can you share this episode and ano yung breakdown nyo on Instagram na lang? Kasi I'm off Twitter again because it's
And then,
driving me crazy. So, at
nakakatawa na-
Magpaputok Saab on Instagram and say nga, ano yung analysis nyo? Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng post na yun?
nakakatawa yung friend ko, nire-retweet niya yun. Tapos sabi niya, this is Pauline. Sabi niya, pakibalik po si motherfucker stay at home. Kasi parang that's, that's the lesser of two evils. Hindi lang doon nagtatapos yung Instagram posts ni Korina. So there's this other post that ito yung original post. So it's a photo of her at the beach. Highly edited, weird contrast
Weird
vibes.
ng filter eh. Parang,
Strange. Anyway, tapos yung caption niya is, imagine, all caps na naman, lahat nagka-COVID na, ako never pa, and I'm all over, all caps yung all over. Thank you, Lord. Sadya akong pinagpala kasi dami ko tinutulungan, ? Prayer hands, champagne glasses, thumbs up, green heart.
alam ko that's like the third edit eh.
No, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
And then, she edited it. Pero sobrang weird kasi pareho pa rin. So yung edit niya was, thank you Lord. So same first few sentences. And then yung ending is, sobra akong pinagpala kasi baka nakakatulong yung may natutulungan din. Please bless and heal all those infected.
Labo. And then,
Ayun.
yun na yung second edit.
Yes. And then she deleted it na.
She deleted it na?
Yes.
Tapos nakakatawa dun sa comments may mga nag-comment na parang inaano pa niya, yes, ginaganon niya. Parang
Sinasagot niya.
Oo.
Yeah.
So strange behavior. But again, I think in light of all the Zoomicron and all our ang ating mga land cruisers for BBM, hindi na ako ganun kagalit kay Korina. I mean, she's just obviously like dense.
Tone deaf is the word.
And
I'm gonna read more tweets. So there's a headline that says, all-time high, Philippines posts 33,169 new COVID-19 cases. And then Mia Magdalena on Twitter says, could have been 33,170, but Korina is invincible. At ito yung mga comments. Parang may nag-reply sa Instagram niya, sabi, cheers talaga, madam, sa 21K cases. Ha, ha, ha. Tapos nag-reply si Korina ng, ha, 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 ha. Tapos the emoji of the two hands na nakataas.
Parang, praise the Lord.
Ha, parang ganon.
Mm.
And then, So they tweeted this and they said, Korina hitting the blunt and boarding the flight 420 because she's high as fuck.
Baka nga she's high.
Strange. High from all the ivermectin.
Baka oxy.
Grabe.
I'm sure parang mukhang nag-antidepressant yun ng matindi.
Grabe. Weird.
Anyway.
Well, my friend tweeted, Miss Korina, I haven't had COVID also, and I don't help anyone, so sit down. That's my friend Juliana.
Anyway, we'll see you guys soon. We'll try to keep you sane. Bye.
Well, we'll end it with Twinkle Dergani, the formerly girl
si Magnanakaw,
who is in isolation, is COVID positive. So may nag-tweet si Kaiski. Di po ba siya nag-face shield? Because she is in isolation under custody, Rower, and she is positive for COVID.
Galing.
All right.
Bye.
God bless you all. Bye.